Back to live action. Schaefer in the 6th. His second consecutive strike. It was nothing but strikes while we stepped aside. Fagan has figured out the right lane, and Schaefer, in his 3 attempts on the right lane, a spare and 2 strikes. Tight one. Fagan with a 10-pin lead. He begins his effort in the 6th, looking for a 3-bagger. Will be the first 3-bagger of our broadcast today. Brooklyn turkey tastes good.
Especially when it's a trip 6 on a double and the lanes are tough. And this is the result of him not getting the ball far enough to the right. And the reason for that, Rob, is because he knows in the back of his mind, if he gets it a little too far to the right, it'll fall off the cliff, and he runs the risk of leaving 2-4-10, 2-8-10, or washout.
Randy, do you feel something, a different vibe in the crowd right now? Some anticipation?
I do. I feel it. I feel it.
Hambone! Great Hambone signs today in L.A. Cut them up. Show them to me. Woo-hoo! Big 4-bagger for Fagan.
I'm just so glad that we can be a part of your day, Rob, when somebody throws 4 in a row.
You know, Randy, you and I, we're BFFs.
What does that mean?
Best friends forever.
Awesome.
Schaefer looking for 3 in a row in the 7th. Here comes Messenger!
Ryan Schaefer really showing off his versatility. But you know what? When you watch Ryan Schaefer throw the bowling ball, you may think to yourself, wow, it looks like he spins it. But his axis point is 5 inches straight across from his grip center. Even though it looks like a spin, he's covering a very large circumference of the bowling ball, and this is a very large strike when he needed it most.
There's the best sign ever. There you go. See, I told you we were BFFs.
Oh, my God.
I can't wait to look at that one again. That had us cracking up in warm-ups. Schaefer looking for a Hambone in the 8th. Hambone!
It's game on now. A lot of electricity out here on the lanes. A lot of electricity on that bowling shirt right there. And Ryan Schaefer is showing you his talents. He started the match trying to hook it. He went through the nose, he went Brooklyn, and he said there's no way this is going to work. He made 2 ball changes, and next thing you know, he's he's within 10 pins of this match.
These two going toe-to-toe right now. They've both strung 4 baggers. Now Fagan looking for 5. Yahtzee! Drops the nickel in the 8th. 7 out of 8 frames have been strikes for Fagan, seeking his first ever singles tour title. That's right. Yahtzee it up, ladies.
And again, we talked about the Brooklyn shot the last time on this right lane, and he just gives this one a little bit more trust. The ball lost just a little bit of enthusiasm right before it got down to the head pin, and it's 10 in the pit.
So we saw Fagan and Barnes struggle mightily in our first match, a 204 to 183. What has happened here in match number 2 to see this spike in the scores?
Michael Fagan's more comfortable. He has a perfect understanding of what he has to do to get his ball to the pocket. Ryan Schaefer, he's playing the lanes completely different than Chris Barnes tried to play him. A little bit less hand, going straighter. So you've got 2 guys that have a really good idea and a good blueprint of what the lanes are doing.
Crack open the 6-pack for Fagan.
Buddy, you've got all the lines today, all of them. You're on fire.
Love LA. I love it.
Now, if we could just get you an Argyle ESPN polo.
Yeah, Fagan looks good in the Argyle, huh?
He's got matching socks, too.
I heard that.
Swear to you.
The top looks good. We'll have to discuss the socks. But this is a big effort here for Schaefer in the foundation ninth, looking for 5 in a row for himself. down 30. Never found the pocket.
Can't miss it like that, Ryan. Can't miss it like that. Gotta miss it.
Fagan
Can't miss it.
looking really strong to move on to our semis to take on Pete Weber now.
And again, the fine line, even at release, forget about just hitting a target. It's got to be out of your hand perfectly. And you heard Ryan Schaefer say he has to miss it, but that one was missed too much. And what he means by that is his touch at the release point has to be perfect. A little too much hand at overhooks, a little not enough hand, and he flags the head pin just like he did there. And he knew that was a must-strike situation for him because striking out 9th and 10th frame gives him 259. Michael Fagan going at 270 pace if he strikes out. Right now, best Ryan Schaefer can shoot 235.
Now again, Fagan closing in on that right lane. In match number 1, that was an issue for everybody. Match number 2 for Fagan, he's 4 for 4 strike-wise on that right lane.
Correct, but remember this, my friend.
Yes.
One of them was a Brooklyn strike.
A strike is a strike in Rob's book. But I hear you, expert.
And you heard
go a game here without leaving a 7, Penn.
You heard the players talk about in interviews last night, 220s would be very good today. Ryan Schaefer with a spare here is going to be in the 220s. Unfortunately for him, Michael Fagan can strike out to shoot 279.
Takes care of the spare. And one more effort for Schaefer. Well, at a minimum, Schaefer can still enjoy the Super Bowl victory by his Steelers. Again leaves the 7. We take a look at the Denny's Player of the Year points race, and Norm Duke, our number 1 seed today, if he is to win, he would go up to 56 points, just 2 behind Wes Malott and 8 better than Patrick Allen. The top 10 in our Player of the Year at the end of the season competed our end of the year King of the Hill tournament.
I didn't say it.
In our backyard in Florida.
Yeah, aren't we going to be on primetime?
Ooh, Wednesday night primetime, that's right. That one had shades of Brooklyn written on it as well.
Yeah, the right lane's going to be the deciding factor today. And unfortunately for Michael Fagan, he will not have choice of starting lanes. And I guarantee you, unless something changes between now and the end of the telecast, his opponents are going to make him finish on that right lane. Because I haven't seen anything to tell me that right lane all of a sudden is getting better.
So Fagan will move on. Coming into today, he had only won once in singles competition. Now it'll be 2. Will it be 3? He's going to have to get by that man who's weaving his way through the crowd right now. The legend, Pete Weber. Bowling in the tournament named in honor of his father. .256, 223. Good news for Fagan. A, he wins. B, he's kind of figured out that right lane. C, he's upped his score from 204 to 256. But up next, the man who admits this is like a major tournament for him. The guy on the right, PDW, takes to the wood when we return.